Hello. Let me turn down. Hello. It's so weird being here in the evening instead of my normal time. I'm so tired of hearing. Oh, so good to not hear the theme music, actually. It's so weird to be here in the evening, but I'm streaming at a different time than usual today because summer schedule is weird schedule time. Yay! So we're just doing a little bit of reverse, so that'll be fun. I'm sorry to the usual viewers who probably can't make it because it's probably 5 a.m. or 8 a.m. and you probably have work or school, but alas, here we are. We're gonna be doing the interchapter of Reverse today. The Star. From my understanding, this takes place the same time as the last chapter. I'm always like super confused on where these chapters actually take place. So, let's hop into it. The Star. Lovely meeting.
Wow. So this is the library in Pertin's school.
9 p.m. Oh, yeah. 9 p.m. for you. I don't know how some streamers do it, to be honest. I feel like my audience only exists in, like, NA time zone. Hi, boss. Except for the night workers I have. For you guys, this is perfect.
So many people here.
Hi!
They're probably around my age.
I'm excited. You know, this is my first time streaming at nighttime my time. I'm a little bit excited to see if we get any new people coming in. You know, I'm used to the usual crowd, but I am excited to see if we get any newbies in here. So many people. They're probably around my age. Okay, Sotheby. A gorgeous sap green dress jumps into the library of SPDM. Its owner keeps talking in a sing-song tone like chirping Goldcrest. I know, the Americans, dang it. I felt bad. I was like, hey guys, 5 a.m. stream for you? JST, 9 p.m.?
We've all seen
Go
lots
us.
of many shelves in the library of Sotheby's Manor. Are there any alchemy workshops and potion warehouses here, like in our manor?
Oh, I love Sotheby. She's so cute. I love her voice and I love her outfit. The young lady stands on tiptoe, looking around this place curiously.
Where can I find Miss Buenish? Madame Z told me to come here, but she didn't give any other clues. The people here really need Mr. Teacatler, who is always nice and warm to the guests. Just twist his teapot ear, then he can take you anywhere.
I wish there was a reverse movie, to be honest. If they had this in movie form, I honestly think that would be amazing. I guess anime, but...
Not so. Placing a luck-a-day potion.
Oh, I would love that.
would help as well. If I had made it before I came, Miss Buenish and I might have met by now. Or she will just pop up behind me. Are you looking for me?
Oh,
Oh my word!
I would be scared too if a small French girl came up behind me out of nowhere.
That was too loud. Where are my manners?
Sotheby straightens the wrinkles on her dress and gives out her hand like a real lady. Everybody take notes from Sotheby.
Nice to meet you. Are you Miss Buenish?
Buenish. The other girl nods haughtily. Her uniform speaks for herself. It seems to be a historic first meeting for them.
That's fantastic. How did you find me? Did you see me in the Oniromancy? Or through a crystal orb?
How to be a proper lady
Either
by
way,
Sotheby.
It is the great arcanum. I'm much greater than that. Look at you, dressed as if you'd just been to a ball. You are as eye-catching as the pigment board on a sketch.
This is your ship right here, Matilda and Sotheby? Is it because of the interchapter? I have to know.
I saw you the moment I came into the library. The ball. Does the foundation hold balls too?
I ship Sotheby with just being fancy. She's just so cute. Now, Verton, on the other hand.
Non, I'm saying. Est-ce que tous les amis de Vertine parlent comme ça?
And speaking French. Well, French is a very classy language. I'm sure Sotheby would also really appreciate it.
Never mind. Madame Z told me you wanted to look up the materials on the mysterious school that believes in numbers here.
Ah, the mysterious school that believes in numbers. Okay, so this does tie into the last chapter with the cult island.
Told me she will thoroughly check the documents in the Foundation archive. So I'll go through the books in the SPDM library. If we can find anything about that school, we can be of more help to Vertin and her team.
Anything for Vertin. The hat looks like it weighs more than my emotional baggage. That is true. She does have a very large hat. Let me move you guys up there. She does have a very astronomically large hat. Although, I gotta be honest, I really wish I could try on one of those.
Sorry, Miss Sotheby, but I'm afraid the situation is going to disappoint you.
Yeah, I heard that this is supposed to take place like at the same time, so it probably won't explain much, but... Or maybe, are we gonna get any lore bombs? Wink, wink. Jokes. Get it? Lore bombs. Ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? Like a bolt out of the blue.
Oh, but Miss Moisson said there are so many
Miss
books here
Moisson?
that they can cover the entire back of a Stronsay beast. That's a bit exaggerated, but she's right.
I have been building my Sotheby. I've been building my characters like crazy because I've been saving for Jilu. And so I've been building my character, my roster, so that includes my Sotheby. Ah, due to the storm, okay. So, why would she leave though? Pythagoras. Oh no, math! My enemy! What Matilda sees now is a pair of tear-dimmed eyes.
That means I can't do anything to help them.
You can stay beautiful, Sotheby. That's enough.
Please stop being emotional. It doesn't work on this professional member of the Foundation.
She looks away and clears her throat like a grown-up.
Without field investigation permission, I can't take you out to collect information. But in fact, there is still another reference room only known to the most outstanding monitor assistant.
So we're just foregoing the librarian and just trusting little French Matilda.
Hooray!
Other students in the library cast disgruntled glances at them.
Shh. It's a violation to make noises in the library. Please follow me, Miss Sotheby.
Okay, that's a good warm-up. Oh, it's still going. Sotheby banner already ran 2 times, but I keep getting duped by other 6 stars. I accidentally got Sotheby. I don't know who I was pulling for, or if I meant to even pull on the banner, but I just pulled her. So what happened with the number cult? They got bombed. Rip. The girls walked through the shells like fish swimming through coral.
Thank you so much, Miss Buanish. You mentioned ball. I haven't heard that word for a very long time.
Oh, Sotheby, isn't there more pressing matters than going to a ball?
I remember what Mr. Carson, my butler, had taught me. He said, express your gratitude to fair ladies by holding a grand ball.
Okay, write this down. Express your gratitude to fair ladies by holding a grand ball. Let's have a ball. Like, there's literally no other way to explain the end of the chapter other than just they got bombed. That's quite literally how it ended. Yeah. I can't quite... There's no more to it, unfortunately. And this is just the interlude. So, I mean, this is, I guess, you know, once again, same time as the other chapter. So, other than maybe getting some more lore, I don't think we'll get much out of this. I hope we do, but I don't think so.
And maneuverable rock and roll park. I'm sure he will gladly say yes.
I love how Sotheby's like, I'll just make my dad go buy this for me. Is 35 okay? No.
Yes. We can hold a
None of them are okay.
when Burton and her team are back.
Wasn't it 37? Or yeah,
No.
I'm like 35.
Monitor assistant
Um,
of SPDM will never
um,
participate in such an
do,
irrelevant
do,
activity.
do you want me to sugarcoat it for you and say maybe? And say probably? In story-wise, they probably will make her okay. But how the chapter left off, no, she was especially bombed. Yeah. If you like the girl, she was especially bombed.
Wait, did you just say Verten and her team?
Her team? My girlfriend and her team? Yeah, they got sent to the farm. Especially the girl you liked. She got sent to the super farm.
We can talk about the body.
But we have Sotheby. And the French girl.
The kind-hearted Matilda Boanish will try her best to help you with the task. But, of course, it's only out of her sense of responsibility, not for some personal reasons.
Is she worried about one of her girlfriends on the boat? They go faster and faster. Finally, they've reached their destination. Unnecessary information room. That's what I call my brain. To patch the fragmented errors in the future and to store the currently unimportant files and reports, people built this reference room in the shape of a box with gray and white walls. This does not look like a box, but yeah, okay. During this awful time, which might last for ages, people call it the footnote of history.
Here we are. The reference room storing unnecessary information. It's a place ignored by most staff. Even so, this careful, reliable monitor assistant will not let go of any details.
She knocks on the rusty sign haughtily. Let me in. Let me in, please.
I hereby officially appoint you as the Chief Assistant of Monitor Assistant of SPDM. I will take my responsibility and teach you how to become a devoted Foundation member.
Oh, okay. I'm sure Sotheby will love that. Matilda pulls off the cloth covering the archive cabinet. Dust rises in the air.
Here is your first task. Read through these unsorted old files. All of them.
What are we exactly trying to find again? The monitor assistant takes a dusty file from the cabinet. The paper inside has already turned yellow.
I have searched all the archived ones. These are the last parts. Most of them are discarded administrative documents, low-priority materials, and substandard reports written by rookie investigators. By the way, you should know I didn't sort any of them out for you, and they don't necessarily have what you want.
I kind of like that this has Matilda actually kind of like part of the story in it. I mean, I know she was part of the earlier chapters as well, but like I like kind of seeing Matilda take charge for once.
It's all right. Leave them to me. I love reading.
Of course you do, Sotheby.
You'd better do. Here's the key. Keep it safe. You can sit on the cushions there when you sort out the files. I don't want your dress to stain the stone bench. I'll go see if I missed any files. Listen, this monitor assistant will test you on your familiarity with these files when she's back.
Sounds fair. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Matilda. 3 hours later. Oh, why is it creepy?
Check completed. Looks like I didn't miss any relevant files.
Except?
Quite a long day.
Except?
Doubt if that spoiled lady can finish all the materials. She must have been bored and fallen asleep, waiting for her tea kettler in the dream. It takes much more than dancing at balls to be a Foundation investigator. I'll send her back to that teacher when she wakes up. In the end, it will be the kind-hearted Matilda who finishes the task for her. Being a great monitor assistant comes with great responsibility.
Huh? This is a long chapter. Again, Matilda gently pushes the door open, and let me guess, Sotheby is all done. Surprisingly, she is welcomed with an energetic greeting. I love it. Standing on a ladder, Sotheby gives her a big smile with a stack of files in her hand. The files she didn't finish reading are scattered on the ground, while the others have been well organized in the cabinet.
You didn't fall asleep. Did you sort out these files? Yes. I love these books in uncommon shapes. There are so many wonderful stories.
Oh, this is making me love Sotheby even more too. Now I'm glad I'm building Sotheby right now.
I often read books with Sasana when father wasn't at home. We read and read until the red waves woke up the sun. Moreover, these files are much easier than Miss Moisson's reading to us. Here, the gentleman from River Conway tamed a whole group of Avanks. How marvelous is that?
I love Sotheby. I wish I looked like Sotheby. I think she's so gorgeous.
Oh, okay. Looks like you meet the basic requirements for being a rookie investigator. Tu es plus ou moins qualifié pour être mon assistante en chef.
The young lady doesn't pay much attention to the mumbles from the monitor assistant. She is busy announcing her big discovery.
And I also found this interesting report. It tells a lot about the storm and the numbers.
Oh, the storm and the numbers.
Will this be helpful to Burton? Show it to me.
She takes a pile of yellowed papers from Sotheby. This neat and orderly written report has no beginning or end. Obviously, the author is a meticulous person. Do you think this is written by 37 or 6? Matilda looks better to you. I'm a Sotheby girl. What can I say? I'm extra. I love the frills. I love the dress. I want to go to a ball and have a butler.
I have to say, it is undoubtedly a violation to submit such a report. But it will be a travesty of the truth and human sense if I cover it up. Peace,
Eh?
Sense, justice. They have always been the creeds in my heart, and are now the reason why I've decided to write down the whole thing.
Whose voice is that?
A long time has passed since the first attack of the most severe crisis in our time, but we are still wondering, what on earth does it mean? That was the eve of the millennium, of which no one had any memories, illogically. The next day, time was already reversed to 1996, the moment we opened our eyes.
Wait. Okay, let me think. So the island was in 2002. So I'm not saying this happened on the island. I'm just trying to think logically. The island thing happened in 2002. That was the eve of the millennium, of which no one had any memories. Illogically, the next day, time was already reversed in 1996, the moment we opened our eyes.
We
Okay.
walked out of the building made of grey and white marble as usual, hardly aware that the sun we bathed in was from another time. Our survival was unexpected and almost unbelievable in such a calamity which swept the globe. Why did the headquarters of the Foundation survive the reverse? Why couldn't we find our younger selves in the outside world? Did any other region survive it as we did? What was the cause behind this calamity?
Was this one of the first reports of the storm then? But, no, that doesn't make
Didn't
sense.
know, nor did anyone else.
Maybe I should just keep listening.
Things remained unclear until time was reversed again. This time, we all witnessed that rain in the 80s.
So they went from 1996 to the 80s.
These files Burton needs.
I think so.
She says in a trembling voice, this monitor assistant who always claims to have a cool head has never panicked so much.
It's a report written by someone who witnessed the storm. And it has recorded the storms before Burton became the timekeeper.
Yeah, and furthermore, they question how did the Foundation survive, but by the time Burton's timekeeper, we're all well aware. Well, by the time Burton's timekeeper, the Foundation is well aware of spots that are not affected by the storm, such as the Foundation, and I believe they're aware of the Manus Vindictate's masks. But according to this note, whoever this person is, they're unaware completely that anyone could survive the storm in these areas because they said, how is the Foundation able to survive? It's weird. It says 1/4, 12 o'clock. You think that's America time or Asia time? Like, is that January? Or April. Guess it doesn't matter. I was just curious. It's probably a really silly question. Or is it? Is it not? I don't know.
Before she became the timekeeper?
Well, obviously, this reminds me of the flashback to when they're like, Verton has a mom. It's like, okay, like, I guess it's kind of surprising, but also, like, are we that surprised? Like, before Verton was timekeeper, obviously, like, people were probably questioning the storm before Verton existed or was born. But then also when they're like, Verton has a mom? Like, yeah. I don't know. Like, people were goofing on that, and this reminded me of that. Verton has a mom? Verton's mom? I'm like, yeah.
So Verton wasn't born a timekeeper.
There we go. That's the realization we were waiting for, I guess. Verton wasn't born a timekeeper. She became a timekeeper. But, okay.
She didn't tell you that? Wait, no one is born a timekeeper. It's not an inherited title. Anyway, this report includes the secret chronology only accessible to the core members of the Foundation. You can only check it under the supervision of the monitor assistant before you become a qualified investigator.
Matilda dusts off the folder carefully.
No matter what the reason is, it shouldn't have been shoved in this dusty room like rubbish. To evaluate its authenticity and risk, the genius Matilda Boaniche will fulfill her duty as the monitor assistant and carry out a thorough inspection of this report. If
Okay.
you agree to this resolution, please nod, Assistant Sotheby.
I'm nodding for Sotheby. I agree. Let's do it. The speech is full of terminologies Sotheby has never heard of, but it doesn't matter. Based on the tone of speech, she has already decided how to answer.
Yes.
Ooh, we got a nice little animation here.
That
Oh.
was 1985. A gloomy, miserable night compared to that peaceful morning in 1996, when we were only bothered by confusion.
Wait, okay. I'm sorry, I'm really tired right now, and there's a lot of numbers. That is 1980. We liked 80s or 90s. That was, it says 1985, a gloomy miserable. I'm like, whoa, go 1996, I guess.
We didn't expect time to be reversed again. Nor did we understand the consequences.
Does it sound familiar? Who is it? It's got to be someone in the Foundation.
Even now, I
Or...
still remember Paulina's desperate cry. One of her hens was already inside the safe area when she fell at the entrance to the headquarters.
Oh,
And that was the only part of her left to us the next second.
her hand was left
The
behind?
only legacies we found were an engagement ring on that hand and her favorite blue polka dot scarf, which we used to wrap her remains in the end.
Oh, that's sad.
To be honest, I admired those who still remained calm and sympathized with the arcanists on the edge of mental breakdown. It had nothing to do with the 1/4 arcanist blood in my body. It was only the kind of empathy which all mankind would share out of instinct in the face of a hopeless calamity.
My theory is, if you think it's familiar, I have two theories. Well, three theories. Number one, some of their voices maybe sound the same. Number two, it's someone from the Manus Vindictate who used to work for the Pavlov Foundation, and we're going to find out that they switched after to the bad side. That's the theory. Number three is that it's maybe a younger version of someone from the Pavlov Foundation when they first started there. Those are my three working theories in my head so far. It's either Manus Vindictate, a young version of somebody from the Pavlov Foundation, or possibly it's just because some of them sound the same.
We lost many.
But it sounds similar to me too.
Too many colleagues.
Hmm.
In the materials they sent back, we even saw all the horrifying phenomena, such as one's veins turning into electric wires.
One's veins turning into electric wires? Moki's smart. Well, let's see. I could be wrong about all three of them. Watch all three be wrong.
Since then, the storm, a word simply taken from visual observation, has been used to refer to the calamity. Of course, we can have a word for the calamity itself. But what words should we use to conclude all the absurdity and panic?
That's fair.
Before the storm, we were all familiar with time. It was supposed to be a straight line connecting the past and the future. We followed the line to move forward. We broke free from ignorance. We built civilizations. We developed
Civilizations.
technologies. We promoted the well-being of mankind. And we improved our living conditions step by step. We were so sure that we were making progress on the right path. But then the path was taken away all of a sudden.
I'm surprised no one's said, like, oh, it's an act of God so
No
far.
time. Our closest old friend, where are you taking us? Back to the two most painful war times in the 20th century? The era when no one had ever heard the hiss of steam engines? Or the century when mankind was yet to be enlightened? So far, mankind has achieved a lot in history. Dynamos, automobiles, flyovers, railways.
Wow, I like the voice acting.
warehouses. But if it goes on like this, what is the point of all the efforts we have made? Now we are like a shipwreck left on the island of time, witnessing the fall of the whole modern world in the unstoppable tsunami.
Island of Time? Oh,
Even
wow.
though the Foundation has lost a lot of staff members, they are still doing fine compared to Laplace.
I was gonna say, it's a Hanukkah. I forgot what this is called. Menorah?
My younger brother was a good example.
Oh,
He was the most sensible
Who is
person
it?
I've ever known. On the first day of the second reverse, he told me, in a calm manner,
At least we have reaffirmed that Newton was right. There was never an arrow of time in classical mechanics. Neither in relativity nor quantum mechanics.
Newton said that?
That means this is absolutely normal. Whether the time goes backwards or forwards, even if it starts spinning around like a tabletop football player. They're not against the law of physics. We can go back in time and give Poincaré a medal of great profit.
the next day he almost fell off the 6th floor due to excessive drinking. All the perceptions of time and space developed to this day were overthrown. We couldn't find any theories to explain the storm.
So these must have been, like, some... I mean, not the first people to experience it, but some of the first arcanists to, like, write it down?
Either we've been completely wrong all the time,
Hmm.
or we've come to a brand new world.
You think you came through a time loop or warp or something?
Can never make sense in the way of science, or that of physics. It cannot be verified by an independent third party, and it is impossible to be comprehended through reasoning. Is it true that we have been going the wrong way? Is it true that those once proven wrong by history, those arcanists who claim to possess gnosis,
Gnosis.
are actually on the right path?
Gnosis. I wonder what that word means. Because that's in Genshin, too.
In fact, the one who put an end to the chaos was indeed not a human.
Eh?
This thing. I had no idea what it was. It claimed to be a machine which never stops working. It laughed at the limitations of our brains and the metaphysical mistakes we make ceaselessly. But it did solve the most urgent issue. A system was built to tackle storm-relevant emergencies after it took charge of Laplace. The first measure it adopted was contacting all the existing branches of the Foundations at the time to confirm the scale of available manpower. Then it built observation stations all over the globe to find if there were any other regions immune to the storm. After that, numerous offices responsible for deducing the cause of the storm were established. Even though there were countless disagreements during the research, at least we had taken the first
I'm sure it's said this before, but when was the first storm? Do we know when the very first storm was? Because I want to say maybe she's like the witness of the first storm, but it had to have been going on longer than that.
I handed in the application to take part in this mission, determined to get rid of the fog in my mind. In 1986, I was assigned to the office in Egypt. All my friends came to the dock to see me off,
Egypt. Do we know any characters who are from Egypt?
because we knew it could be the final goodbye. Even though we were equipped with the emergency communication devices issued by Laplace, we were still not clear when the storm would assault us, or where we could hide.
Ah.
What really scared me was not the threat to my life, but the possibility of dying ignorant. Then I boarded the ship to Alexandria from Athens. And that was when I met
Her. When I met her. Her?
Now when I recall it,
Am I onto
it's
something?
almost impossible to ignore that group of arcanists on the ship. There were about a dozen of them,
Is this them?
all in eccentric stitched robes.
Is this the Manus?
They were followers of a strange school which mixes arcanum and mathematics.
Oh, this is from the island.
I talked to them. No matter how much that conversation bewilders me now, I was
Wow.
more excited than confused at the time.
To Athens. To Greece. But they're on an island and
They also survived the storm in 1996, and they noticed the unusual changes taking place in the world as well. That means I actually met another group of survivors from the millennium.
Wait a minute. If they are from the island, there's no way, because that takes place in 2002, so that's 96. Wait, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. That's only 6 years that they were on the island. That doesn't make sense. They're way too wacky for that. So they must... Wait, what? Okay, maybe we're not to the island part yet.
Wait. A school of arcanists who survived the storm?
I'm a little bit lost because the math is not adding up, and I'm not good at math as it is, so I'm like, this is not adding. Tower of Babel? Baby.
A mixture of arcanum and mathematics. The ship on the Mediterranean. Unbelievable. Our investigator actually met this group of arcanists who believed in numbers.
There's too many
and
maths
laid
and
such a precious record down on paper.
Greek people. There's too many Greeks and too much math. I'm like, wait, how are they in Athens from 1996, but then the island is in 2002, but they're also Greek, and it's not making sense to me.
Does it mean we are close to being helpful to Version?
Please, Sotheby, explain. The chief assistant of the monitor assistant lets out a cheer.
We
Explain!
deserve for all the efforts today. But why did they leave such an important report in the reference room storing unnecessary information?
It's a cover-up. It's a government cover-up.
Did they misput it here after the chaos of the storm?
The government did it. Putting her confusion aside, Matilda turns to the next page of the record. Ah, here we
Among
go.
them, the most easygoing one.
Oh,
was
it's a
Hugh.
triangle. Hugh. Don't worry. Everyone's just as lost as you. You are. Hi, Hugh.
He was an engineer as well as an arcanist.
Mm-hmm.
We shared the same preference for human technology, and that became our common topic.
Are they gonna get married?
Hugh was in his 30s, red-haired,
Oh?
cheeks sunken,
Oh?
and deeply depressed due to some kind of eye disease.
The perfect man. Am I right, folks? Am I right? I'm kidding. I hope he's
was a
okay.
businessman with a prudent attitude, working at a desk most of the time. He reminded me of the imperial miniature painting artists in the Sultan's palace. Most of them ended up blind after toiling for their life.
Well, I mean, he does wear glasses. Agreed, the perfect man. What was it, sunken cheeks from an eye disease? Did that make any sense?
He showed me the picture of
I
his daughter.
guess. Oh, he has
I
a
don't
daughter.
have children, but I could feel his happiness as a father.
I don't know. He's got kids.
Although I got along well with Hugh, he seemed quite out of place among that group,
Oh, he's a rebel.
which was actually led by her.
Her.
I don't know what words to use to describe her. She was like a meteor shower, a tempest, or an unreasonable catastrophe itself. Her existence was just like her name.
Wh- What's
It was simple.
what's her name?
Please forgive me for my cowardice.
Okay.
Even now, I don't have the courage to write down her
Wow.
name, if one would call
Hi.
that a name.
I want to know her name. Who is it? Who is her?
In fact, she She was quite a kind, warm-hearted person.
Maybe it's
Among all the unregistered
X?
arcanists I've
you
met,
think?
she was one of the nicest ones towards the Foundation. She looked young,
Maybe?
even though I heard she had a daughter too. Besides, she
Everyone
still
has
possessed the
kids.
innocence of a child, and that kind
Wow.
of excitement exclusive for genius. That's right. It seems the whole world was like a sparkling toy to her.
Oh, okay. Well, we like her, whoever her is.
Communication was heart-stirring at the beginning. Both of us were eager to find out what was happening.
And then
Two
we
shipwrecked
killed her.
victims grappling at each other on the sea. But I didn't have
Murder.
the slightest idea what she was talking about, actually. The problem was not the typical communication issues between humans and arcanists. I was sure the language we used didn't pose any obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I couldn't understand any words of hers.
Yeah. Her name is her. Do you think it's 37's mom?
I would believe
Is it
that one
possible?
highly intelligent if one can name all the factors of 11,567 without thinking.
Yeah, you think it's 37's mom? I think it's 37's mom. You think so?
But what this one said was illogical nonsense which no one could ever imagine.
I'm getting a hint that it's her mom.
That there is a world of numbers above all else.
Oh, it's
That
her
the
mom.
essences of all things exist in the form
Yes.
of timeless,
I got it. I got it. It has to be her mom.
ideas, and that the physical world where the time flows is nothing but an impending.
37 is the math girly that got bombed. And I have a feeling that this has to be her mom because this sounds like her. So this has to be her mom, probably? Like, that's my best guess. And she has a daughter.
This world is not worth any attention.
I
And we
got
should focus on
it.
what
I'm so
happened to
smart.
the supreme existence.
Supreme existence.
What an utter disaster combining modern maths with the ancient superstition.
Mm-hmm.
I saw another hubristic
Mhm.
arcanist pretending to be the prophet by reliving Platonism. I don't even bother to mention the balderdash on soul numbers. Even the new
Oh
atheism
my god, I'm
some
so
of her.
smart. Soul numbers, daughter, gibberish, naming all the like things in 11,000. It has to be her mom.
But that was not yet the end. She even claimed to be aware of the exact year when the next reverse would happen.
Uh-huh. And she had a computer that could predict it, that had a program to predict it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When I
Okay,
asked
I'm
her
catching on.
about it seriously, she said,
She said, none your business.
My apologies. I've made an oath. I shall and only shall reveal the demonstration to people
Oh.
who have their own soul numbers.
Oh, I'm so bright, you guys. Oh, Fish Brain is fishing today.
I'm not sure whether she was making fun of me or being serious, but I had this feeling that she was eager to tell me how she was granted the secret through a moment of afflatus. It seemed she
Mhm.
just saw through the laws behind all things instead of finding them through logical deduction.
So you also think she's crazy, writer of the report.
Can't you see it? It is right in front of you.
She sounds like her too.
After I expressed my inability to
Bruh.
comprehend her words 30 times, she finally gave up and proffered regrets. I'd rather take it as a new kind of humiliation. But really,
The big brain plays. I really am. Now it's coming. It's all coming together.
and all the scientific research methods. As far as I'm concerned, the value of a theory lies in its reliability, universality, and generalizability.
Generalizability. That's a word. That's a big word.
Our pursuit of the truth has laid the foundation of modern science, allowing us to change the world. Yet, in her eyes, the value of a theory lies in its beauty. I talked to her on the current situation, and I told her how we would save lives and preserve the hard-earned technology of mankind if we could find the pattern of the storm. It was of course not an easy thing to do and would take enormous manpower. So I asked her sincerely to join the Foundation. Yet again she responded with contempt. She
She only wanted the numbers.
become another military squad of the Foundations.
So she's kind of a free spirit. Respect, respect.
Maths are beautiful for their uselessness. That's why it remains noble and graceful in this sordid world, despite you humans' reckless action of using it to calculate ballistic.
She turned down my invitation and left an unfairly negative comment on our storm observation project.
She left a bad review. 37's mom is a Karen.
The observation stations you built are destined to be toppled, because their basis is the fragile world that follows the laws of physics. The efforts you've made are like nails on a sand beach, which will only be carried away by the next tidal wave.
It was very
As I
pessimistic.
said, perhaps our efforts are in vain, but someone has to do it. We will try every corner of the beach before making the conclusion that the world we are living in is already a hopeless ruin.
What a pragmatic, rigorous, and rational speech. But dear, the world is a hopeless ruin.
Oh, so very pessimistic.
The conversation ended in
Ah,
disagreement.
so sad.
I don't know why arcanists hate the world so much.
Yeah, right?
Perhaps the reason is they have never been truly accepted. To this day, I still remember her venomous conclusion.
The world built on past experiences has ended. In your words, which you used to mock us, why not embrace the reality?
I mean, she's very pessimistic, and it's kind of perplexing to me that arcanists have the power in the world. But, I mean, I guess you can't just lead a revolution and take over the world, but also, like, why can't you?
Yet about the Gnosis, which she deeply believed in, and the so-called prophecies she made through numbers, she had never given any proofs or details that showed rigorous logic.
She just has the vibes.
And the reason for her inaction
I keep yawning.
was an oath she had made before some stone. Therefore, I believe
Oh, yeah, this is
the
that
only
from the
nonsense
island.
Of a lunatic.
This
When
is
we
the
first
cult.
met, I thought she was different from all those psychos who mistook the malfunction of their prefrontal
Ooh.
cortex as the will of
Ooh.
God. But
Ooh.
it turned out to be the same.
I want to know who the writer of the report is and why she's so spicy.
In the name of human sense, I swore everything she said was absurd and ridiculous to me.
Until what? Until what?
Madame Z said the arcanists on that island are all named after numbers. Because
Yeah.
of the
Because
strong
she's like, well, their
numbers
prefrontal
are the essence
cortexes
of
are
their
not
sense.
developed, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh my gosh, like, it was kind of rude.
The investigator wouldn't write down her name. Is it because of the conflict between their beliefs?
There we go. Matilda turns to the next page eagerly as if checking a novel brought in class by some undisciplined student. But the reality welcomes her with an empty page.
Huh? That's all?
Maybe because the story ends with an abrupt stop, or the hope just raised has dashed down. Matilda clenches her handkerchief with her sweaty palm.
Submitting such an unfinished report would only cause problems for the reviewers and evaluators. But this investigator didn't even write down their name.
Don't worry, Miss Burnish. I'm familiar with this situation. Every time after the brave Typhon defeats Jupiter, he returns to the end.
I love Sotheby's, like when Sotheby's theme song plays. I'm just like, okay, here we go. Here comes Sotheby.
But each time we twist the ear of Mr. Glassbox, Typhon will show up again and again. Ms. Moisson told me the ear is the key to bringing back our hope.
The ear, okay.
Wait, don't tell me you are talking about the shows on the mechanical television.
We're gonna watch some TV? Ignoring the monitor's assistant's confusion, the enthusiastic young lady starts looking around for the ear that carries all her hope.
Stop, Miss Sotheby. Please, take a seat on the cushion and listen to me carefully. This is a detailed report written by a formal investigator of the Foundations, not some TV show full of cliffhangers. That means we will definitely find the rest somewhere.
Oh, imagine having to go through and find it.
Must be a cocoa treant who took away the other part of the book. Usually, they will be attracted by Luna Fixer, and by following their traces, we'll find their lairs in the stable.
You mean someone took it away?
Oh.
That's highly possible.
Sotheby is so
Data
smart.
loss is not allowed
I
in
love
the
her.
Foundation, especially under the monitor assistant's management.
We must prepare Luna Fixer.
Luna Fixa!
Their favorite jigging magical beans.
Matilda's accent. I want to love Matilda, but she's... I don't know. I'm like...
I don't have those materials
I'm
with
still
me right
torn.
now, but I can write to them. It only takes a month.
The disconcerting conversation is clearly too much for this rigorous monitor assistant. After taking a deep breath, Matilda takes out her crystal orb. Yeah, let's just read the future and the past. We don't need to do the work. An ambitious smile spreads over her face.
You've perfectly accomplished the task from me when you found this valuable report.
This is pretty OP.
Well done, Assistant Sotheby. Now it's time for the great Matilda to show a little bit of her greatness.
That's cute. That's adorable. Let me show you a little bit of my greatness. She's so cute, and her eyes look like the orb too. Her eyes match her crystal ball, which is adorable. I don't think there's any battles here. Just vibes. No battles, just vibes all day, every day. Oh, this is the training room, computing center. There is no moonlight during the daytime, but the moon is not the only choice for divination.
Judging from the omen, it's at the northwest, the beginning and the ending of the ring, where the wall reflects repeatedly.
Good on her, because I would have no idea what that meant. Holding the crystal orb with both hands, Matilda keeps adjusting her position while trying to figure out the vague vision in the... Her eyes match my hair. Hey, stop trying to turn me into a lover. Sotheby follows her with a curious face. It's true, it does though. And this looks like a bubble.
The beginning and the ending of the ring.
Is she a water girly?
The icon of the computing center is exactly the Ouroboros, a serpent eating its own tail. Here we are.
Okay, let's do divination.
Where the wall reflects repeatedly. Does that mean a closed room with mirrors? The mirror in the display center is a huge kinescope in the wall. And the one in the airtight laboratory is a crystal
Aww.
window.
Okay, now I turned into a Matilda lover. I see the resemblance between me and her.
In the rehab center? No. The mirrors in the operation room have been replaced with curved electronic screens of steel structure.
The Xenopilot? Do you think that means, gosh, what's her name? I have her face in my head. The one, yeah, you know what I'm talking.
Where is the answer?
Where is the answer? Are we gonna have like a multiple choice we get to pick? No. She slowly turns around, trying to find the perfect angle for a clearer vision. A white figure storms away from her side, almost bumping off the orb she tightly holds.
Hey! You just hit me! Shouldn't you apologize?
Who is it? Eh?
Where did you come from, dork?
Eh?
Wasting my time.
Fight him. The man groans a curse and hastily leaves this place with his hands covering his nose and mouth. Go chase him!
How could he say that? That's rude!
That's rude! Kill him. Sick him! Sick him, Matilda, sick him!
He's covering his face. His nose is running with purple liquid. Oh dear. Did he drink a whole bottle of purple Crystallandra juice? He needs treatment immediately. Oh, if only I had brought the Phoenix heart nerves with me.
He ran towards the rehab center. Nothing to worry about. Just another patient trying to prove he has recovered.
The hasty man has disappeared completely. The little incident doesn't raise anyone's attention, huh?
The rehab center has
I feel
all
like that would
facilities
raise a
and
little
medicine
attention.
needs. He will be properly treated. But why is he wearing the uniform of Laplace? And where's the receptionist here?
The lobby of the Scientific Computing Center welcomes them with a deafening silence. The counter is no longer busy with people, but with an auto-recognition device instead. Oh, they automated her job, rip. AI taking over.
Everyone go to the weekend party night.
Oh, poor Sotheby. Probing around the counter, the temporary investigator seems determined to dig out a party gramophone from somewhere.
Absolutely not. The researchers here are too busy to do that. The computing center is working on the most urgent and vital project, the research on the immunity to the storm. We should not disturb them unless it's an emergency.
Matilda's like, a party in my computing center? No, never.
So please stop calling the office and put down the telephone, Miss Sotheby. This is not the ear of a tea kettler, and it won't take you to any twist balls.
The monitor assistant can't stand the difference in their terminology anymore.
Je sais qu'elle est débutante, mais quand même, elle est trop bizarre. Guide new members with caution and patience. Trigger the Raflatus at the right time. J'avoue que Verten a remporté une victoire temporaire.
Burton's doing it better than me for now. Oh. Her mumbling is interrupted by the owner of the cheerful footsteps.
Miss Bullish, I just read the map on the counter.
Wow, no way, Sotheby.
You mentioned where the wall reflects repeatedly. Does the vision refer to the racquetball center here? You see, its icon is a bouncing ball.
Let me take a look.
Ah, we love Sotheby. She's so smart. Every Matilda needs a Sotheby in their life.
Found it. This is really the right direction.
The cuteness is killing you. Same. Like, for the interlude chapter, they picked, like, the best two characters for it, not gonna lie.
Next, empty boxes, glasswares, and copper pieces. Looks like our destination has piles of metal.
The vision in the orb is growing clearer, proving that they're heading in the right direction. That eases Matilda's upset mind.
Good job, Assistant Sotheby. I have to say, I might have gone a bit too hard on you. You are more capable than I thought. Thanks to your prompt reminder, we have saved quite some time.
Sotheby is glad to help.
No. The young lady gladly hops along the way while she doesn't give up peering at Matilda's crystal orb. Everyone needs a Moki.
You're such a talented diviner.
Exactly. I'm the one who makes everyone feel smarter in their life.
Why don't you just divine the reason for the storm with your inherited arcane?
This is actually a good question. Sotheby actually has a really good question. Why don't you just figure out the reason for the storm? Why don't you just divine that?
According to Ms. Moisson, the reason still remains a mystery. If the
I love that.
orb can reveal its truth, everything will be much easier for Vertin and her team.
I feel like that's so accurate to how I would feel too. I'd be like, why don't you just divine an answer for me?
Divine the reason for the storm?
Oh, I guess we can't. Okay, sorry. The brave assumption astonishes this great diviner. She almost drops the orb. Oops.
That's impossible for sure. It's a typical mistake of laymen to believe one can see everything through divination. You are an expert on potions and arcane creatures, but you have little knowledge on other subjects. Haven't you received any systematic education on Arcanum?
Even if she did, I don't think Sotheby paid attention.
Education in Arcanum? I'm of course well educated in Arcanum, with Ms. Moisson as my tutor, and my arcane friends such as Typhon from the
She always talks about
Water Island,
Typhon.
Jupiter, and
Alright, enough.
She shakes her head, stopping her from listing another name for an arcane creature that nobody has ever heard of.
I have understood the fact that the education you have received is not systematical, or say incomplete, imperfect, inelegant.
Inelegant? Matilda.
But don't worry, because you are talking to the kind-hearted Matilda. She will spend her valuable time to make it up for you.
She does pull me back in. She's sour and then she's sweet. She says things and then she's sweet again, and I'm like, okay, I guess I like you. The great monitor assistant clears her throat and starts recalling what she learned when she was 12.
In fact, the system of Arcanum knowledge is not completely separated from that of human science. For example, the modern pharmacy and chemistry actually originated from the experiments of potions and alchemy in the ancient times.
I mean, isn't that kind of accurate anyways?
They developed into two different systems because arcanists focused more on the knowledge ignored by...
Sketching it.
Let me fill you in with more details. If two human researchers test Snell's law at two different places at the same time without making any mistakes, they will always reach the same conclusion.
If two human researchers... Okay. Test Snell's law at two different places at the same time without making any mistakes, they will always reach the same conclusion. This is a little bit confusing. Oh, Snow, hi!
Or if two
Good morning.
persons use the same ingredients and follow the same formula
And
to
I'm
make
sorry,
the
you
cough,
should...
cough,
Do you have any
cough
medicine?
function separately, their products will also have similar effects.
Uh-huh.
However, if two diviners respectively perform divination on the same thing, they will probably see totally different visions.
Okay, this is totally an Arcanum thing. This makes no sense to me. This is just a them
Because
thing.
what the divination shows is merely omens. The interpretation of these omens is in fact a kind of subjective deduction based on the reality, and there is no such thing as a standard answer. Even if the two diviners draw the same conclusion, it is more of a coincidence than a result that implies generalizability. So diviners never check the accuracy of their divination through the review of peers.
I understand the conclusion.
And this is an example of gnosis. Unlike human sense, it is unique and possesses no universality.
She puts it away and wiggles her index finger.
In other words, even if someone finds out a reason for the storm through divination, they can't have other diviners verify it, because 100 different diviners will give out 100 different conclusions. The scene will be even busier than a concert at Music Verein.
But if it's correct, how would it be different is what I'm still lost on.
That being said, the more possible result we get from the divination,
I don't understand.
nothing.
Ah.
Divination cannot bring knowledge which the diviners have never learned. The divination of such world-class knowledge, as complicated as the reason for the storm, can only be performed by world-class diviners.
Why don't they hire world-class diviners?
We may find one or two diviners like that if time continues to be reversed. Like Nostradamus. But he lived in the 16th century. Besides, even Nostradamus is not always right.
But Miss Buaniche is.
Oh, I'm telling you, every Matilda needs a Sotheby. I'm telling you, everyone needs a Moki. Everyone, I feel like I'm more Sotheby though. But you're the best. But Miss Boaniche is.
To your divination, we're getting closer and closer to that report, right?
Oh my god, she's so sweet.
You
I understand the shipping comment from earlier now.
and making simple prophecies. All these things are just a breeze for the bright and clever Matilda.
Oh, she's so cute.
Inquiring about the storm is beyond my ability, and it will only bring misfortune. I will never make such a stupid mistake.
She's so adorable. Okay, Matilda regains her radiant appearance. Oh, she's too much. She's too much.
Just half of the report and the handwriting of the author are perfect divination media. Besides, our target is not far away from us, and I'm familiar with the surroundings, which have made things much easier than usual. It is true diviners can improve the accuracy and controllability of their gnosis by practicing repeatedly, holding the rituals properly, and making targeted preparations. But that still doesn't mean the result will be absolutely accurate.
The great Matilda. It kind of sounds like a magician in a way. Like I think of a magician instead of like a diviner. Sotheby nods. No one can tell from her face whether she truly understands that announcement or not. God, she's so mean. Reading the vision in the orb, Matilda leads Sotheby around another corner nimbly.
The report says that person who mentioned the school of numbers claimed she was enlightened about the year of the next storm.
Which would have been 2000. Oh, I don't remember.
By divination.
I am not sure what kind of arcane skills they used, but numbers are indeed a kind of omen too. I'm
Ah.
not talking about the specific knowledge of mathematics, but the numbers themselves, because they are even more abstract than images and languages as kind of symbol. Even so, there is no way for us to verify this prophet.
It's 37's mummy.
That is also why it takes almost nothing to spread a prophecy. My mother told me many people in the outside world write to the Foundation every day, claiming to be prophets who can predict the doomsday and thus requesting unemployment benefits.
I would do that if I really needed to. I would be like, I can predict doomsday, and I would just pick a random day in the year.
The Tuesday. Unemployment benefits? Oh my.
Oh my
The
gosh.
outside world is far more wonderful than I thought.
I become more and more Sotheby by the second, and I don't know if I'm liking it anymore.
Miss Boanish is even greater than I expected.
You bet! Wait, did you mean I was not the greatest?
No, you are the greatest of them all, Pokemon. Is that the chapter? Bro, these chapters are really long. I'm kind of like scared. They have reached the end of the corridor. Matilda puts away the orb and looks at the wooden door with no sign in front of her. Uh-oh, someone's going to be inside of there. Do you think it's the crazy guy? This is where the vision leads them to, the room next to the racquetball center.
Here we are, Miss Sotheby. Now, this is the moment to verify the result of my divination.
Who's going to go in first? She opens it. Oh, she opens the door with a slight push. Oh, I guess, okay, Matilda did it. Okay, good for you, Matilda. I would not want to go first. Oh, to be continued. There we go. Oh.
Look at the ground after the rain.
It's this
you
girl.
Can often see a wet, long trail, like this one.
Isn't that just water?
At the end of the trail, there may be a snail slowly
Oh.
crawling forward. Yes, forward.
The snail marks the direction for
But
us.
what if we don't see any snails at either end? How are we going to distinguish? Criterion.
We need a criterion.
What you see is not necessary. This point was the kick.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of skipped these. The snail. Okay. Yeah. Snails. The lament. Oh, this became a picture. What the heck? There's no battles in this. This is weird. I know this is interlude, but why is there no battles? I want to fight someone. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Where are we? The light is dim here. Archive cabinets and unorganized files are everywhere, punctuated by strange devices in the place style. It seems like an abandoned utility room.
Where are we? Lost and found at the racquetball center.
We're playing Reverse 1999. This is the interlude chapter, so this takes place after our last chapter where everyone got bombed on a cult island, and they're back on the mainland, basically, I think, trying to figure out the history behind the cult island that was bombed. We don't know who bombed them and why, but yeah, that's where we left off. Usually there's battles and it's like turn-based RPG kind of style, but this one seems to just be story, but I'll try to do a battle at the end once I finish the stories.
The orb showed copper pieces. We need to find something that seems to be locked, but is actually not.
Like a file cabinet.
Found it! Nothing can stop the genius Matilda.
The genius Matilda. The genius Matilda. She finds what she's looking for in a rusty drawer. I was right. Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. Obviously, the report has been here for a long time. There's really no way to sum up the last chapter gracefully. I'm so sorry. That is as nicely as I could sum up the last chapter of Reverse. Yeah, because that's basically where it ended. Matilda! Low priority. Its corners curl because of the damp air. Luckily, the writing is still recognizable. Oh, here we go.
The trip to Egypt didn't go smoothly. The ship was hit by a common storm at sea. We were lost
Oh,
in the
that's what
fog of
happened to
disaster.
Verton, is they got lost at sea at the beginning of the last chapter before they got put on the cult island.
And something emerged from the water. Since the
Oh?
first storm,
They
the
also got
Foundation
attacked.
has received frequent sightings of arcane creatures which should have been extinct in history.
Did what happened to them in the last chapter happen to another lady?
I had no idea what I was shooting at, even after I emptied the clip. And I didn't know what to
Emptied her
do.
clip.
So as I came to put us back
Gra-ta-ta-ta.
on course, she names the precise longitude and latitude of our location,
Wow.
even without using the sextant in the spare cabin.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds like she did something impressive.
I wonder how she did that. Perhaps the world did look different in her eyes.
She's a witch.
Then when I was about to step on a random plank on the ship, she suddenly dragged me back. I thought it was only an inappropriate joke. But the next second,
Oh, that scared me.
the plank broke.
Oh, that was
I
loud.
was stunned, and asked her how she saw that coming. She just answered me as if we were talking about the weather.
Because that plank is deformed like a rhombus.
Bro, she's 37's mom.
I was confused. Where is the rhombus? She laughed.
What happened in the last chapter? 37 happened. 37 bombed.
The rhombus can't be seen with eyes. You shall close your eyes, hearken to the teaching of the Supreme Existence, and seize the moment of afflatus.
No, I know this isn't true because I can barely do 1 + 1.
Of course, I didn't see anything. Nor did I understand what the moment of afflatus was. Perhaps it's just another privilege enjoyed by arcanists. Just like their right to be lunatic.
Yeah. I was gonna say something, but it was a little too unhinged.
Nevertheless, she reached the correct conclusion.
Nighttime Moki is different from daytime Moki.
Is it really
I feel like the intrusive thoughts are a lot stronger in me at night versus in the morning. So I'm like, I regret not watching the last chapter. VOD is always up. VOD is always up. It is long, but the VOD is always up. Get me to partner program. Stream Moki on YouTube.
Anyway, she saved my life. But that was not enough to settle the differences between us.
Or just go to it and literally just skip to the last like 10 seconds. Like that's all you really need to kind of understand it because it's pretty funny. Not gonna lie, because it was just so out of pocket. It was just so shocking. Like you literally are just like, excuse me? Stream Moki on all devices. Yeah, available on YouTube.
And I finally gave up on the attempt to persuade them.
I feel like night Moki is just like slowly more unhinged than when I am in the morning. Because when I wake up in the morning, I can at least compose myself a little more and control my intrusive thoughts. But like, it's like kind of warm in here when I stream because I have all my like anti-noise like stuff up and I'm tired and I'm just like, I feel like my filter is slowly going away.
My mission on that trip was not to make contact with them. Besides, what we needed was builders of the storm observation system, not some liars who would only make things worse. As for the shelter they took from the storm, she wouldn't say a word as if she were dealing with a spy who tried to find out the deepest secrets of the arcanists.
It's definitely, this is my first time streaming at night, so it's definitely an experience.
In the end, Hugh mediated between us.
Hugh.
He gave me an address in Istanbul to which I could send the letters to contact them.
How close is Istanbul to Greece? Very.
After that, I spent
I
more
assume.
than half a year in the Egypt office. Things were even worse
Possibly.
there than I expected. Some have gone missing after the storm. The people who were supposed to be in the Egypt office, according to the member list stored in the headquarters in 1985, were not there when I arrived.
Wait, do they have immunity in the Egypt office? I thought we only had a list of places that were confirmed immune. The island, the main place, the Manus's mask. What did I say? Did I say the island and the island?
The situation could be caused by the limitations
Right.
of transmission of paper-based materials, or because the computer was not yet popularized to every corner of the globe at the time. One minor mistake of a copyist could develop into a huge difference.
I honestly forgot what I just said, so.
Besides that, the chaos inside Laplace was an even worse issue. I learned that someone
Oh, that's an eye.
paper samplings of global and regional chaotic
Wow.
energy root
Poke,
changes
poke, 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 poke,
in
poke,
the
poke.
name of Butterfly of Lorentz. Apparently, they secretly used our sampling sites, yet their research direction and conclusion.
So how did her
radically
mom get the
different from
computer?
Classes. The researchers equally divided into two schools. One sticking to the human technology they have focused on, and one changing their direction to Arcanum. At the time, it was still too early to decide which direction was right, without sufficient experimental data.
I'll make my own direction. I gotta go my own way.
But many already believed that if time continued to be reversed, human technology would only keep falling into decline, while Arcanum, which relies on personal ability, would rise again. It's true that Gnosis cannot be copied, verified by an independent third party, or comprehended through reasoning. Its nature decides that it cannot lay the foundation of science or be popularized.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little lost right now,
It takes
guys.
solid
I'm...
marble to build a castle, not slippery sand. Even so, what harm will it do to rely on Arcanum when the underlying logic of all things has become unreasonable?
I'm trying really, really hard. Does the heart spamming help? Yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you. I can't see it on my streaming software, but I see it over here. Thank you for spamming the heart. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet of you. I just saw it. Thank you. Mwah. It does help. Thank you.
Before the disagreement was settled, the storm in 1987
I
was
appreciate
predicted.
it. I appreciate all
We
the
were ordered
efforts.
to return to the headquarters 24 hours before its arrival.
I'm trying to comprehend this story so hard, too. I'm a little sleepy right now, so I'm like staring at it and I'm like, comprehend the words that are on the screen. And I'm like, it is not going in my brain. The storm in 1987 was predicted.
But the prediction was not accomplished by
So that's what the heart does. Yeah, the heart gives little hearts. You can also do like the laughing emoji and like party time. I don't know. Your finger hurts. Oh, thank you. You can take a break. I appreciate it. You're so cute. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Our enemies, those lunatic xenophobes,
Oh.
valuing only pure blood, made it further than we did.
Wait a minute. I need to read this one. But the prediction was not accomplished by a captive from Manus Vindictate named the precise date of the storm. Oh, so we know. So Manus Vindictate did exist at this time. They're the enemy group. Lunatic xenophobes, valuing only pure blood.
Yes. We built observation
Gotta spam
stations,
them all.
we made
Oh,
countless
thank you.
predictions, we developed multiple simulation models.
Man, when you're xenophobic, is the xenophobic. When the bad guy win. Is that what I was gonna say?
We made efforts, we sacrificed life. We did whatever we could. Yet the result was that we didn't find any other regions immune to the storm, except the headquarters and another one in North America.
You got this. I don't. I give up. Xenophobic, a dislike alien. I think it. I'm not even gonna try right now.
In the end, 95% of the branch members were reversed.
I'm
87.9%
losing it,
of
guys.
the
I'm
equipment
losing
was
it. I'm
destroyed,
losing my
and
hold on reality
100%
right
of
now.
our predictions failed.
Wow. 95% skill. How does it go? 10% skill, 100% luck. 10% luck, 100% skill. Whatever that is. Anyways, did you guys hear Kendrick's diss track? It was really good.
In
Focus!
conclusion, our endeavor brought no achievements. As for the captive from
I
Manus
really want to talk
Vindicate,
about it though, but
the
focus.
delirium patient who claimed that
She
oracles
eepy.
flowed under his parietal bone.
This is important. As for the captive from Manus Vindictate, the delirium patient who claimed oracles flowed under. God, I'm so tired to understand whatever the heck this is
We asked
saying.
him how he learns the precise date of the storm. He burst into laughter.
Oh, so he lost his mind. Running on a few hours of sleep and 8 hours of work. Oh, okay, so we're all crazy together. God left you behind when he spread his... Oh, I knew there was going to be a God reference. You barely slept. Man, so, okay, so me and chat, we're all suffering right now, so this is fine. This is fine. We're fine. We're all fine. We're good.
He smashed his own skull with a handcuff.
Oh, oof.
Yes,
Oofta.
there was no doubt. He was an incurable lunatic.
Rip.
But his insane nonsense was exactly the reason we survived the storm again. No matter how unreasonable or illogical it was, or how much a lie it sounded like. So we'd better believe we shouldn't go out in black.
Sleep deprived squad, rise up.
Swimming in the water. We'd better
We'll get
believe
through
we
this together,
existed as
guys.
a non-physical everlasting, transcendent world where everyone's soul is a number.
Soul numbers. Yeah, there we
To
go.
believe in the supreme existence, which caused the disorder of time.
But
by
what
merely
is the
casting
supreme
shadows.
existence? What is
It means
existing
the life of
supremely?
individuals means nothing more than rubbish, and the world is but an imperfect ruin, where only the chosen ones will pass the trial, where the rest will be eliminated by the rain.
But
How am I supposed to do that?
I don't know. I don't have the
Finally,
answer.
I made up my mind to write to her.
Like a god, I guess. Write to her. Let's get her
I
name.
didn't expect her to
Name
answer my
drop.
questions.
Diss track.
All I wanted was to confirm if she had survived that storm. For the sake of
Ooh.
our peaceful talk about the rhombus. Yet what I heard from
What?
them was a simple announcement of her death. With only 2 words.
She did. But she didn't die from the storm. She died in a shipwreck. Well, technically she died in the storm, but that's because her daughter killed her because she was stupid.
She
But
died. Then it
besides
burned
the point.
and turned to ashes in a second. On the same day,
Rip.
the first and only timekeeper who just took office,
Eh?
the 12-year-old child,
Ooh.
returned alone from the storm.
Wait a minute. 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 37's mom died. 37's mom died while Verton was still timekeeper? Why did I think this happened like a long time ago? Hold on, battery. Wait a minute. Her mom died when she was 12 years old.
She told us the time in the outside world at that point, and that was how I knew she was right.
It is right in front of you.
I'm shook.
If there is a God, why are you playing such a prank on us? After we had suffered from the collapse of all the existing orders
Oh, no, she
and
did.
the failure of all the great laws. If this is what she calls a glimpse of the supreme existence, the moment of a flatus, do you have to present it in such a cruel way? The last 2 digits in the number of the year after that storm are exactly her name
Oh,
and her number.
her name and her number were the 2 years. Let me wait. Okay, what was it? What was it?
77.
1970 or maybe 18. No, it has to be 19. Wait, how old is Verton? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I guess Verton. Are you sleepy? Wait, so was she not talking about Verton then? 7, because that would make Verton. 7, 8, 9, 10, 80, 9, this, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That would make Verton 25 when she went to the island. But I'm 99% sure she's not canonly 25. I think she's like 18. Math is definitely my nemesis too. Something's not adding up here. But what other timekeeper is there? I don't get it. That could have been Verton. How is this? 2 digits. That's the full stop of the story.
Incroyable! Incroyable!
Aquaya.
Quelqu'un a vraiment fait cette prophétie! Bertin and Soneto will be thrilled to know what we found! Well done, Miss Sotheby! You performed as well as a formal investigator! We need to submit this report to your instructor immediately!
Grabbing the papers tightly, Matilda turns around with excitement. Sotheby isn't the person standing there. Oh. Huh?
What are you doing in other people's rooms?
Hello? Well, one of them is French. One of them is Old English-ish or something. I don't know. And then he is, hello. Hello, what is this? The report is snatched away.
This is my personal item. You have no rights to take it.
Hello.
Please leave immediately.
He looks greasy.
The is a precious record that should have been submitted to the Foundation. According to Administration and Regulations for Dispatch Personnel, St. Pavlov Foundation Decree number 259, every member of the Foundation, when acting as a field investigator, is required to create a comprehensive investigation.
Typewriter armband? I know, I love it.
And they are obliged to ensure the authenticity, objectivity, and impartiality of the report. No personal bias is allowed in the content.
He was rude to the great Matilda. He looks a little greasy, so I will say that.
If you have read this report, miss, you should know that it's not even qualified to be filed.
It's not even qualified to be filed.
Emergency!
The Storm Reformation Act is still new to her. She can't think of any articles to support her point of view. She racks her brain for words, but before she makes it, the other person starts talking with one of his eyebrows raised.
I can tell from your uniform, you are a student of SPDM or...
Dang, son, you live like this?
This is Laplace. Do you have your guardian's approval to leave the school, Miss Underage Student?
Rude. What's his accent?
Unfall? I don't need that.
Yeah, she's our
I am
French
not a
Matilda.
student. You are talking to the exceptionally promoted monitor assistant of SPDM.
Where's Sotheby? Oh my god, you made my stream? I'm shook. Oh my gosh, hi. I can't believe my daytime friendos are coming in. This is crazy to me.
Here is my ID.
Here is my ID. Look at this. Boy, you live like this? Really? But she is ignored. The adult walks directly to a swivel chair in the room and pays attention to an educational toy on the table.
Did you just ignore a formal administrator of the foundation?
Get him, Matilda. Sick him. Sick him, girl. Sick him.
Will report every misbehavior of yours.
I just want to see her
And
fight
get
someone.
rid of them.
Like, I just want to see her jump on someone and just go feral and, like, bite his, like, neck off or something. That'd be, like, kind of hilarious right now. Wordless, the monitor assistant can't be more embarrassed in her life. She looks around just to find that Sotheby is gone. Rip Sotheby. It's like 9 a.m. Happy 9 a.m. Good morning. Boys' room, please don't judge harshly. It's 90%. Sorry. I mean, it's beautiful. It looks great. It's delicious. I love it. Ah, boy room smell. Luckily, the chief assistant learns faster than she expects. Matilda better get her nails out. Hey, listen, my room gets really messy too. I'm not gonna lie. And I was supposed to clean out my closet like a week ago, and I still haven't done that. I still have my winter coats out, so I can't judge too harshly. The familiar sing-song tone is making a report to her own tutor outside the half-open... Eh?
We found that report here.
Sotheby, please, can you, like, focus?
The great Miss Buanish and I discovered some important information. I came to you and Madame Z immediately after we read it.
We have one clean room in the chat. Let's go.
Buanish, why are you confronting Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair? Sotheby stands at the door. Her head is tilted. Two adults are behind her. Uh-oh, the adults are here.
I didn't expect to see the second half of that report here in your room.
Oh, I thought I saw something out the corner of my eye that scared me. This time, the owner of the voice can't be ignored. Madam Z. I called her Madam X earlier, I think. And I'll just say right now, my bad.
Don't call me that.
Enigma?
Why not just call me Enigma? Just like everyone else. Relax. I know nicknames mean no harm.
Enigma? Enigma? You birthed the child and you named him Enigma? What does Enigma mean? Sounds like a medical condition. With that hat, her head is always tilted. That is true. Enigma. That's a name. That's a name.
Understand. How is a report filled with meaningless words of any concern to you, Madam Z?
It provides information about arcane.
I mean, Z sounds cool. Enigma, just like, if you came up to me and you're like, hi, my name is Enigma, I would be like, really? I'm already done with the conversation. Like, this, like, your name's Enigma. Oh, wait, I shouldn't be rude. Maybe some people here are named Enigma. If your name's Enigma, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be rude.
If possible, please give it to me.
If it makes you feel better, my name sounds like mosquito in Korean. Which was not one of the... That is one of the names of all time. Stop it! I'm trying to be nice. It sounds edgy. You know, my name does sound like mosquito in Korean. And when I mentioned to one of my friends, I was like, Moki. They're like, mosquito? And I was like, ah. A hero name? Maybe. I mean, I guess it could be like, you know, like...
Turn down a request from Constantine's chief of staff.
No, we hate Constantine. Me and the homies hate
Take it
Constantine.
away. I hope you don't mind the mold on it.
Bruh, okay, come on. Mold. Your name means honest, but trust me, you're not. Why not? Be honest. The researcher stays seated on the chair and casually... Bruh, he just said that his stuff is covered in mold. Can we make fun of him? Madam Z smiles. She seems glad to see that Enigma still has the energy to be sarcastic. He probably has no energy because his room is covered in mold. Like, if your room's messy, that's one thing. But if your paperwork at work is covered in mold, like... Enigma basically means mysterious or difficult to understand. Ah. Okay. Edgy. That's very edgy. No! Open your mouth with truth.
Please pay attention.
Everyone makes fun of him.
And do not bring this
Everyone
place
point
to
and
the
laugh at him.
visitor center.
Mr.
Mr. Rude.
Rude. Rude. Miss Mosan taps her on the shoulder and quickly looks in the direction of the door.
Ms. Buanish? Ms. Sotheby? You've done a great job. I'm sure what you have found would be of great help to Timekeeper.
I love Miss Mosan. I just want to hug her. I'll trust you.
And I will report your active performance in this mission to SPDM as soon as possible, Miss Buanish. We need to further analyze the files you found. The first on the scene could provide more detailed information. Let's get out of here.
Miss Mosan just looks so soft. Like, she looks like a... She just looks so, like, soft and comfortable and like, just sweet and, like, nice. And, like, someone you just want to, like, just hug. I love her. She's so adorable. The keywords give this young monitor assistant giddy pleasure. She can't help but ignore everything else Miss Mosan says. You sound edgy. I'm cringing and dying. No, I trust you still. I will trust you. Ha ha ha.
Exceptionnel. No, no. Calme-toi, Mathilda.
Not until she holds me first. There's a Batman villain named the Riddler whose name is Edward Enigma. You're joking. You're joking. No way. Really?
I didn't accomplish it alone. Assistant Sotheby also played a significant role.
That's my girl. Hooray! That was the most quiet. Hooray! A loud cheer interrupts Matilda's mumbling. It was quiet.
That is to say, Miss Burnish, we can start preparing the balloons and flowers for the twist.
I never knew the Riddler's name was Enigma, basically. Why is that so shocking to me? And also edgy.
Speaking of which, this monitor assistant still
She's
needs
so
to think
cute.
about it.
I love you, Sotheby.
Call me Matilda.
She struggles to get out of Sotheby's passionate hug. The great joy brought by Miss Mosan makes her actions clumsy. Cheering and discussing, the girls leave the room. Madam Z carefully puts the valuable report away. Enigma. Mold man. The researcher swivels the chair again and hides himself in the fortress made of dusty items. Bro, come on. Come on. He talks through cabinets and equipments in a slow manner.
There will be no advance in human technology. You think so? Even the Madam Z has given up on the study of theoretical physics and become a politician.
No. I've never thought of that.
I love Z. She turns to the door with a faint smile. Matilda is better. Changed my mind. Well, at least they're both better than Mold Man. The door is closed. Enjoy your dark mold tavern. What an enigma. I get the name now. I get it. New direction. Oh, I get points for this? You're not Moldy. The dramas have ended. All is profoundly hushed in this cold, dark room. The researcher sighs and starts settling the messy papers and dusty tools on the table. Why is it mistaken for a utility room? Is it because of this mess? Metallic footsteps come from outside the door.
I am astonished by the fact that you are interacting with others.
Bro. No reason. No. Excuse my language. Okay, Nighttime Moki gets to swear. No damn reason to make her so curvy and thick. No reason. No, bring back the robot.
They broke in.
Go away, Moldy. The robot in charge of the place scientific computing center shrugs and refuses to make any comments. She has already heard. Okay, bring back the robot. Bro.
You know it is within your rights to submit an interdepartmental complaint within 7 days after the incident.
There's no reason they had to make her look this. How do I even say it? Badumptious? Bada? Vavavoom? I don't know. How do I say it? Awuga? Like, someone sat down and designed this, and there is no dang reason for it. No dang reason.
Don't bother. That file means nothing to me.
Be quiet, Moldy.
Because it is a report against the
I don't want Enigma. I want the robot.
To submit such a lot full of personal feelings and emotional
Need to get
behaviors
erased.
to our great, rigorous foundation.
Or therapy, but yeah, okay, either one. Maybe both.
Is that so?
Bro.
I am gratified to find that you still have some sense.
I too am gratified that you still have
I
no
can't.
idea that I was being sarcastic.
Oh, that was sarcasm.
Mecha mommy. The future is here.
Never mind. What do you want?
They
from
took
me?
notes from Atomic Heart. Is that a show? Madam Lucy. He asks as he bends down and organizes the papers scattered all over the place. This is the best effort he cares to make to receive a guest.
You went all the way to this dusty, rundown place so hurriedly that you even forgot to put on that pathetic mask.
Put on the mask?
This is not because of some old files, I assume.
The twin from... Now I want to... Wait, Atomic Heart, what is that? The faceless... Wait, faceless robot... I mean, she has a face, right? My knees seem to... Bros! We must stay strong. It's a game. Oh. We must stay strong, my dudes.
I hope you can be the cryptographer of the Manus Vindictae's ritual.
God, her hips. Why so thick? There's no reason. She does not need to be that thick. There's no reason.
You are asking me, a human, to decode the ritual of a pureblood arcanist group?
I haven't paid attention to the last like 2 minutes of whatever they said, by the way.
I don't see how I'll be helpful to this project.
Between Mold Man and Sexy Robot, I'm... Adler? Huh. The researcher keeps unfolding dusty folders and without raising his eyes from the table. I'm trying to focus. I have not focused. I'm so lost. Bring back the robot. Path you've taken. Okay, he's edgy. We get it. Robot. Sexy robot.
Credit goes to everyone.
Credit goes to me. God, she has a belly button too. Hey, Moldy, move aside, bro. Move aside, Moldy.
That was not even a smear god.
A smear god. What does that mean? Does anyone know the language?
Yes, you agree. A life without creativity is not worth living.
That is so much detail that, once again, therapy or erase or therapy or both, please. They need.
And I'll never compromise. I'm useless to you.
You are useless to her. Let me have her. I can fix her. I can fix her. He squares up the paper in a grumpy manner, making a huge honking noise. Okay, he's
I
mad.
don't expect someone made of tin to understand a human mind. But I beg of you, leave me alone.
Okay, leave him alone. Let's go. Then robot ignores his emotional speech and keeps talking.
The work of analyzing
She
the
does. She
masks
keeps
of
swaying. Why they...
Manus did not go well.
I don't know if I'm supposed to look down or up or at her face. Like, where do you look at a robot respectfully? The work of analyzing the masks of Manus Vindictate did not go well. Okay, I'm...
A side effect
Words.
occurs in the researchers, and it is getting worse.
And the words are
The
right on her
isolation
hips,
wards
too.
on the basement level are overwhelmed.
What a scene. Have
Has
you
anyone
aborted the
followed the
experiment?
last, like, 5 minutes of this conversation? Something about Manus Vindictate?
We have
They're doing
conducted the
something?
Arcanum imaging experiment
No?
on the
Okay.
masks, and found a component which also exists in the raindrops of the storm.
Didn't we already... She does have a very nice jacket, which is, like, kind of surprising for a robot.
But knowing what it is composed of does not help explain how it works. What we're looking for is the original ritual that the Manus cast on them.
So they're going to need someone to infiltrate the Manus Vindictate.
You are trying to figure
Send
out
Mold
one's
Man.
career planning from one's physical examination report. I wonder why it is not working. Even if somehow you manage to find the original ritual, you still need a proper environment to test it, which is the outside world with a coming storm.
The researcher turns to her, wisdom and sarcasm glow in his eyes. Ugh, he's so
That's why
sassy.
We can't tell if we're getting results. Even if we had the right ritual, proper permission from the Foundation to travel, and strong-minded volunteer subjects, experiments.
He's gonna send Vertin, isn't he? He's gonna be like, Vertin, you do it.
Because
An experiment about the storm can only be done in a storm. Glad to see your brain is not rusty yet. It only took you 3 sentences to draw the
Nice.
conclusion which took the seminar a week to reach.
It's like, what was that show from where it's like, boo, yeah, boo. Oh, was it SpongeBob? Where, like, they, like, cheer for the guy that, like, mops or something? That's how it is with Lucy. It's like, Lucy, yeah! Mold Man, boo.
That proves you are capable of the project.
The robot in charge puts a document on the table.
The
Oh.
history maintenance team has forecast different
Who's this?
critical points of this storm. Foundation investigators are on their way.
Greta Hoffman and blah, 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 blah. To Vienna.
If Manus Vindictae still
Vienna
plans to
sausage.
accelerate the storm, like what they have done in 1929, there will be a high possibility that their people will show up at the transformation point of history.
From
in
SpongeBob.
September, also known as the critical point of time, the center of the storm. Your sister, Greta Hoffman,
Oh, that's his sister.
is also one of the investigators.
Oh, hi, Mold Man sister.
I have no interest in any Hoffmans other than myself.
Oh, man.
We have different perspectives.
Big
It
eye
is
roll.
Okay. I am just here to inform you that if any of the investigators successfully send the information of the ritual back, the research about the immunity of the storm will be conducted immediately. Take your time and be mentally prepared. But once the storm alert is issued, we only have 24 hours to verify the feasibility of the ritual. I wish you will be fully prepared by then.
Yes, mommy. Mommy robot. The robot gets out of the room, leaving him no right to choose. Her feet crash into the floor, making a steely sound. Enigma's eyes flicker towards the document. The face on the top is familiar to him. He pulls out the drawer and takes out a scrap of paper. Vienna's law. Well, it's what came to mind. This is the last code he didn't give
One
to anyone.
thing is for sure now.
Oh, is she the writer?
The age of humans has come to an end.
His sister is the writer. His sister wrote it. That's why he has it. Yay! I got stuff. Someone with their night of their wedding wanted them to roleplay as her. Maybe. Yay, we're free. We get to do stuff. Is she also moldy? Possibly. I'll show you guys. I have 60. Can you guys see? Oh, kind of. Between chat. I have 66 polls. I'm saving for... look how beautiful. Handsome. Well, I guess beautiful. Ezra is. But We're not pulling. I want Tooth Fairy, but we're not pulling. I mean, I could do one of these before I go. I didn't get to try one of these. Let's see. Recommended star. Let's see.
And now, I belong to this set.
Oh, Tooth Fairy is like really OP. The problem is that her banner with Centurion gives you 50-50 for her or Centurion. There's no guarantee.
Hey, hello there.
Who was the dark skin girl? In here? Or in my roster? Or you mean in the banner with Tooth Fairy Centurion? Yeah, so a lot of people are skipping the banner. Also because apparently Power Crep GU is coming next banner, I believe. So I'm also saving for her because there's no build up. Oh, it was Centurion. But I'm saving for GU because apparently she's super power crept and your pity does not carry over on her banner. You start from 0, you gain 0. It is 0, 0, 0 across the board. I'll do that. So I'm going to try to get her at least P0. P1 if I'm lucky enough, but P0 is fine for me. Your bank won't like what you're going to do. Yeah, C is I think the highest you can get. 20, yeah. Or, yeah. It's about as much as I can damage as I could do because I got a ball. I mean, I have, let's see. Oh, let's do rock, paper, scissors. I'm going to do rock. Man, I've been doing so good at this. Okay. Chrome next. Scissors. Yes! I always usually play on mobile, and I only do it for stream on computer, actually. I love playing on mobile. Okay, I don't think it's going to be paper next. I think it's... Yes! Let's see, I can get assistance, meaning I can skip some of these. I'll do this. I'll do this. Did I get one more? Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Oh, all the rewards were claimed. Okay. I love this music. The music's really good. Oh, I claimed all the rewards, so I don't have to do that anymore.
The Stasi is watching everyone
The
and
Stasi.
everything. Except people.
I'll just do a quick, let's see. Last thing I'll do before I go. I'll do a quick roster update. Show you guys who I have and who I've updated. I'm just going to collect this real quick. Show you guys who I have, who I updated. Insight 3 Jessica. Insight 3 Bjork Bloom. Insight 3 Melania. I made it. These are my top 3. My main DPS is Jessica. I love Jessica. If you get a chance to pull Jessica, 10 out of 10 recommend. Honestly, I think she's power crept already. She is so strong. Bjorn Bloom, honestly, I think I just don't know how to play her. I haven't been as impressed lately. Melania, same thing. 37, love her. She's good. Sonetto, safe win. DK, honestly, I should have incited 3 DK because I use her for like everything. She's my main healer without Tooth Fairy. Sotheby, I'm building up for the U2, for the U222. Love Sotheby. I have her in her alternate outfit. Regulus, Eternity. And then this is basically where it cuts off. Actually, kind of before like Eternity. This is where it cuts off. These are my main characters from Regulus up.
Watch out, man.
And then everyone else I kind of don't really use. I've never built a knight. Kanjira's also good. I just haven't built her. Horrorpedia, never built. Yeah. Today was Eric's birthday, I believe. I think. And that's my roster. As you can see, I have a main few characters that I've learned to just invest in.
I'm not good at dealing with visitors.
And that's who I have. I tend to go towards plant characters, and then I'm saving for, of course, as I said, Geo. I don't know why it keeps disconnecting. But this was my first night stream. Thank you guys for coming to my first stream at night. Usually I'm here in the morning, so I was a little nervous because this is not the time I'm used to. I was like, I don't know if anyone will show up. I don't know if, this is going to feel normal. It's a little strange, but, it was still fun, and the VODs are always available no matter what. Also, this keeps saying disconnected. Why? I guess I'm having some connection issues right now at the last moment. Anyways, so good night to you guys. Usually I say goodbye and I go eat breakfast. So this is strange. I'm saying goodbye and I'm going to go take a shower. I was wondering why you're streaming so early for me. Weekends are normal times. Weekday streams are going to be at night, at least for the summer, while I'm doing my little summer jobby job part-time thing. It's only part-time, but it's still in the morning, so I can't stream. And it's so much fun. I'm glad our night shift workers got to come join. It's kind of weird that you got to join the full stream for once. It's like, wow, it's so great to see you again. And to all the early workers, have a good day. Good luck at work. Good luck at school. I wish you the very best wherever you're going. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And you just found me 2 days ago. Well, welcome. I welcome everyone, new or old. So thank you for joining. Anyways, good luck at school and work today. I feel like I'm sending my kids off. You only work nights now? Oh, no. I feel like I'm like sending my kids to school almost. Well, I guess now that those who work at night, hello, I will keep you company. Anyways, I'm going to go start getting ready for bed. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day or night. And I will see you guys next time. Be good. Bye.